Show from the Honolulu Advertiser, Kiana Cayabyab, and actor and owner of Hawaii Sports Fans, Wayne Coito. My name is DJ Jimmy Taco. This is DJ Technique. We are the Urban Market. And your host for the evening, please give it up for Mr. Aaron Sakai.
And is the mic on? Okay, yes. You just never know. You just never know because it's a live Pauhana show. And welcome, Sleep Time's Over. This is Hawaii's talk show. Glad that all of you can make it out here. And as always, we start with this week in the news. I just have to read the latest COVID restrictions that have been lifted because there's been so many. I have to write them down here because I don't write anything down anywhere, just here. So we're going to look at indoor seating because this is going to affect you guys, the urban market, because you guys have been out and about DJing. Weddings are back. Woo. Right? Yeah. Okay, so here we go. The official indoor seating entertainment stats, 50% venue capacity. Oh. So is that like Republic is going to be down to like what? They pack them in there. So
500.
500, and that's the number that is
But
correct.
Wait, it's for seated only, correct? Indoors. It needs to be seated only.
Seated only. No dancing, no twerking. You can't do any of that.
And only
no bending over.
Water to be served.
Only water to be served. You're up on the stats, Taco.
Yeah, I am.
Jimmy Taco, see, that's why he's part of the urban market. He follows along. Water only. You can't eat, can't drink, no old fashions.
Bullshit.
No shots.
Bullshit.
Right? So where would this be? Like where are we gonna have these events? What is this? Is this a Waikiki Shell?
Waikiki Shell.
That's an outdoor venue.
Right.
So that means it'll be the concert hall. When we go see Tamua, that's happening later this year. We're only gonna be drinking water. That's it. A person who loves water, DJ Technique. DJ Technique, how are you feeling about these indoor seating arrangements?
I can go out.
All right, forget it. Okay, let's get rid of that one. All right, so then we got the outdoor. We got the outdoor interactive event stats, and this is Waikiki Shell. So 50% venue capacity.
Right.
What is the capacity of the Waikiki Shell? Do we know?
I do not know.
No one does.
I think
really.
8,000.
8,000,
With
really?
the seated on the lawn?
You're talking about Stan Sheriff or something? That's 8,000?
I think with the lawn, it's something like that.
Okay. Major Rage is back in effect with 150-person max at the Major Rage.
What?
Go figure. With that one, J.
It's a
Boog.
And water.
Major rage.
Well, it's going to be half of that because food and beverage is allowed, though, so then you can make picnic, you can make bento, sit down. That's okay, right? Shots and then put them in the thermos. That's allowed. So we can do that for the Major Asia. All attendees vaccinated, and then of course masking, mingling allowed. So you can, because everybody's mingling masked, right? Everyone here, yeah. So that's the latest thing, and then of course the weddings are back. So you guys have been DJing a lot of the weddings. You're already out there.
Yeah,
So-
I have one tomorrow.
So what's the latest with the?
Weddings, it's been kind of like really funny. Like some indoor events, like the country clubs can get away with doing weddings with larger groups because they're considered a restaurant, as
That's
long as a
right.
social distance in their restaurant. It's funny as a DJ because I got to tell everybody, please keep your mask on when you get out of your seats. You can't go to the bar and order. They have to have waiters and waitresses come to their tables and serve them drinks. They're not supposed to get out of their tables and go to mingle around other tables.
Right.
Yeah, so there's no dancing as well.
No dancing. But is there a first dance? Is there
The couple is allowed to do a first dance
Couples
without
dance?
their mask on, yeah.
Really?
The cake cutting, all of that still
And then
is
you got
cool.
like the mom dance, the dad dance, and
Yeah.
the auntie. Okay, you got that. No electric slide, none of that shit.
No electric slide,
All right, fine.
thankfully.
Right? See, very informative tonight. And of course, you know, we got to go and cover the thing that's on everybody's mind here at Workplay. Vaccine boosters. Because I know that's everyone's first date topic. We have to look at the vaccine boosters are back. They're going to be, I guess you can mix and match them now. We can mix and match. We can get the Pfizer. We can get the Moderna. We can get Johnson & Johnson. We can take them all. 2 for $20. It's just like Jean's Warehouse. We're just going to be getting a sale. And then, of course, you know, because of this, the mix and matching, you know, you got to think of like things like power couples, like Brangelina. You know, like you can go Moderna, or you can go Pfizer and Johnson. Is that be a hip thing? There was a person that came out that I was talking to this past week that was saying the Johnson & Johnson booster, it's great. You got to try it. I'm like, what does that even mean? Is that like a entree or something? Are you guys into the boosters? What? That means that I would have to reveal if you guys are vaccinated or not. And that's such a 2021 early year topic for dating. But yeah, I guess I won't reveal that.
What is that booster?
I'm not going to say anything about that. Fine. But then, and then the government, right? They're careful to not tell you which one to get. They're keeping it really PC as far as like, we're not going to tell you which one to get, but then it's kind of like when you're telling your kids to go to college. Like, take whatever major you want, just don't take poetry, don't take Johnson & Johnson. It's basically that. Taco, you have kids. No? Yeah. So, speaking of things that are just so outdated, Facebook is changing their brand. They're changing their name because, they've been in a lot of trouble, right? Misinformation, selling people's data, hate groups, right? So what do we do when you have a situation like that? You just change their name, and then that's it. That's all you got to do. That's really the solution to everything. So we got to think of, like, what would be a different name for Facebook? What do you guys think? You guys on Facebook? Are you guys too young for Facebook?
Too young.
Right? Is they're just going to rebrand just to fuck with old people? Because that seems to be the only people that are on Facebook left. Sorry for anybody else that... Wayne, I think, is on Facebook. Yeah, right. Shout out. Hawaii Sports Fans is holding strong with the Facebook. But should we look at what kind of a name? Should we be like... what do you think? Like TikTok or something? Should we do that? Is that too risque?
That might be a little too risque.
All right. Should we just call it MySpace again and just be like the return of Tom? Should we do that? No?
Tom's Place.
Tom's Place. God, that sounds like such a pedophile kind of a situation. That sounds really scary. But hopefully not.
Chalkboard.
Chalkboard, right? Wow.
Isn't there a chalkboard behind Tom in his
Is it?
What is behind him? There's like...
What's him doing the thing? Or it's him doing like this, right? It's like a side view.
But it looked like there was like a chalkboard behind him. I'm just like envisioning. I might be wrong, but...
Wow. Someone out there is going to be looking that up right now. Whoever that he, she, or it is going to be doing. So, and then, or you could call like maybe a spirit of Halloween, because everything that shuts down, we have to turn into spirit of Halloween. Or you could turn it to Korean takeout, kimchi for. That's always the thing when it's closing out. But then, so I got to say, like, are we really going to trust Mark Zuckerberg to rebrand something? Are we going to really trust this guy to give us a makeover? I mean, because with the guy with his hair, it looks like colonial boy with that haircut of it. Are we really going to trust this guy to rebrand and make over something? If he still has that hair, right? But then, are you guys even still on Facebook? I'm still on Facebook, unfortunately. I don't see you guys on there.
I don't use it.
Are you on it your real name?
Instagram only.
Really? Is that the thing? Or should we change our names? Because apparently if you change your name, the reputation is okay now. You can just get rid of it. Because then if it's not your name, then we can... So like Kanye can change his name. He can fuck up and then he can turn to Yeezy. Or he can... Right? So then, if we all fuck up, should I just go back to DJ Zach Morris?
Yeah.
So then, like, or Dave Suji.
Sure.
Or James Mora, whoever these people
Sounds
are.
good to me.
That works.
Sorry, these are the aliases of the DJ crew, the urban market, in case anybody's wondering. But it just seems that that's the way to go. And so, on top of that, Netflix and all the streaming services, they were almost going to go on strike. And... it was going to be, everybody was all freaking out. It was an uproar. What are we going to do? We're not going to be able to watch Squid Game. We're not going to watch The Haunting of Hill House. You guys watch that?
No.
Scary shit. Black Summer. You guys watch that? Mm-mm. Okay, so last week you said you have Netflix and you do the Netflix and sex thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
So before you have the sex, what are you watching on Netflix?
Alice in Borderland.
Wow.
Catching up on Blacklist.
Wow. See, it's like we're just silent because we don't know these shows.
Bad Sport's a pretty good one.
Which one?
Bad Sport.
Bad Sport?
Yeah, it talks about corruptness in sports history.
Wow, that goes
I gotta
deep.
watch that. I'm down for that.
Right?
Is that on Netflix or what is that on?
Netflix.
That's on Netflix. What about the Bob Ross documentary? You saw that?
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one too.
You know what I just saw?
that?
I just saw the LuLaRoe documentary. I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was pretty good and how crazy that family is.
Oh, right.
all of
Really?
that.
There's a documentary on that?
It's like a 4-part documentary series. And
Wow.
Yeah.
See, it's just never ending. Did you guys watch, like, Don't Fuck With Cats? You guys seen that?
Yeah, I saw
documentary? Yeah.
No.
No?
You gotta watch that. For
No,
real.
cool.
So many things, but we can
I've
watch
heard
them
way
now.
too much shit about that. I'm like, nah.
No, it's
crazy.
It's a fun one for Halloween. And then we can just watch that. And then we're glad because all the streaming services are back in business. But everybody else is striking. Like Kaiser's going on strike. Like Kellogg's is on strike. The cereal. What's going to happen to that? Everybody wants, like, they want equal pay. They want health insurance or something. I don't know. Do you think, like, people, like, jobs that we don't want to be around, like bill collectors, how come they don't go on strike? Or, like, how come, like, telemarketers don't go on strike? Why is it always, like, people that we need or, like, we like go on strike? Do you have any... What about DJs? Would DJs go on strike? Would there ever be a chance where, like, you guys all just say fuck it and, like, you just all get up in an uproar? You do, like, something on IG Live. You guys all
There's
get up.
people that do it for free.
Yeah.
There's the hidden works of
Undercutters.
the DJ market.
It's not going to work.
Oh. Okay.
There's definitely people that'll do the job.
Bro, my
for a
cousin
lot
can
less.
do it. My cousin, bro. My cousin do it.
$10 an hour.
Just got to buy him one case beer.
So let's
And feed him. Make sure he goes home with food. He's good.
So see, this is a hidden agenda that people may not know. DJs get undercut. Let's bring this out before we bring out Kiana. So let's talk about this. No one's talking about this because you guys are veterans in the game. Do you guys get overlooked for some like nickel and dime or some fly-by-nighter that's going to come in for like $5 an hour? Does that happen in certain situations?
We still here, bro.
That's right. See, that's exactly. And you guys are because I've heard stories through the years of like people just getting like these guys who have like no talent, put them up there and they just turn the record on. That's it. Does that still with COVID and with all things restrictions and whatnot? This is still a thing, or you guys are still here?
Thankfully.
I have no idea.
You guys are still
Book me.
right. That's it. Fair enough. All right. So let's go without further ado. Let's bring out our first guest. She is from Star-Advertiser News Updates. Kiana Cayabyab. Where are you at? Let's go. Where's she at? Is she drinking? Oh, here we go. Well, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome. How you been?
I'm doing great.
So thank you
finished
for
work.
thank you for joining. We just saw you on the update today. You did the 3 p.m.
Oh, perfect. You watched?
As of all of Oahu are watching this, you guys are watching this, right? We're all going to keep up with your news, because, I mean, quite frankly, let's look at the fact that when COVID hit and when everything changed, everybody's at home. So what we're doing, we're looking online. Online
Right.
news has been very prevalent.
Right, and that's exactly when I got hired, actually, was around
Okay.
that time.
Okay, so then how did that process begin? Like, what did they say to you? Like, they wanted to be like, we got to go this route?
Well, it was kind of funny because I actually went in auditioning for one of Lanai's shows, the Wine Dan podcast.
Oh, yeah,
that he
shout out
has.
Lanai, who's got like...
Shout out to Lanai.
He's got 20,000 shows, this guy.
20,000 shows.
Everybody's
but-
on a Lanai show, yes.
Yes. So I actually auditioned for the Wine and podcast. I didn't even know what the show was actually going to be called. Come to find out, the people who were doing the interview or the audition, he read my resume and he was part of the star-advertiser crew. And then somehow 2 days later called me up and was like, hey, this is what we're going to start. Like, this is what we want to do. Like, is this something that you're interested in? And then I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it kind of just started like that. So.
And it really blew up because of the fact of what just happened. So it was a perfect timing for this all to happen.
And, you know, like switching over from print to, you know, digital
Right.
news, and not a lot of people get newspapers delivered anymore.
Right.
Except for aunties and uncles, grandmas, whatever. But
Whoever, yeah.
it's a lot easier to just open your phone, go on Instagram, Facebook.
It's a big pivot, but
Yeah,
Star-Advertiser, because
totally.
we all know them as the newspaper, and then
Yeah.
like who's reading this at McDonald's, right, with their coffee? Not anymore.
Exactly.
So big situation in that stuff. So when you're going through the news, and the news got pretty heavy throughout the time that you were on there.
Yes.
Like, was there moments when like you're ready to do these updates, and you're like, okay, what am I really going to be ready to say this? Or is there any kind of news story that really got you? That like,
Not really. I mean, you know, when I was living in LA, there was a lot. Like, news was worse up there, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's like shootings, car accidents every single
Right.
day. But here in Hawaii, we're a little bit more. Our news is a little bit more light.
well,
Besides our COVID numbers, but besides that.
right. It's either that or somebody jaywalking or some shit. You're right. But then,
But besides that, there was never really a time where I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to do this today.
right.
If anything, I have a lot of fun with it. I love the people that I work with. It was something that was new to me. It's something that's new to them. So we're
Yeah.
both kind of building it together.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's special about it. So.
So you were in LA for quite some time. You went to
Yes.
college. You went to Loyola.
Yes, I went to Loyola Marymount University.
There you go. Shout out to a lot of Hawaii people. They love Loyola. Shout out Hank Gathers. You guys remember Hank Gathers?
I do.
Is Hank Gathers like? Is there like a statue of Hank Gathers like at Loyola Marymount?
No, but there's one of what's his name? Cayetano. He went to LMU.
Ben Cayetano
Yes.
went to Loyola.
He's like all over at LMU. Yeah.
Should we shout out that? Okay.
Yes.
Well, go figure. We didn't.
It's like the alumni, you know, the things they put on
Really,
the
Ben
poles.
Cayetano. See, you learn
Yes.
something every day.
Exactly.
Shout out
So-
KXLU.
Right? Jeez.
Yeah.
So from there, then, because you were doing news up there, and then when did you fly back here?
So I actually moved home to compete for Miss Hawaii USA
That's
in
right, yes.
2019. And that was kind of like my whole thing. I left ABC. I was working there at the assignment desk. And I was like, you know what? Like, I want to move back home. I want to do the whole pageant thing. And then I thought I wanted to move back. I went back up in February thinking I was going to move back, like, whatever it was. And then COVID hit a couple weeks later. And I'm like, oh, guess I'm going to stay home. So it was just the perfect timing for me to move home. I was unemployed for a little bit. And then the whole star-advertiser thing came up. So, yeah.
And look at where it is now. It's a very prevalent thing. I mean, it's you're on Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday,
Right.
3 p.m. Film around like 1. The news
Okay.
updates are pretty updated.
Okay. So
So
actually
it-
filmed at 1.
Yeah, we film at
right.
1:30ish.
Yeah.
And then it's posted at 3.
Nice. Okay. So
Yeah.
I guess could I call you Kiki here because that's
Yeah,
it's life with Kiki. Is that part of the? So I went to check your site. So
Oh, wow.
life with Kiki, right?
Okay.
Hashtag research. And then from there, you talk about branding. So when you're talking about how you wanted to just work on branding for like anybody's either a public figure or any type of company, we've never really discussed like the ins and outs of branding.
Right.
So what kind of tips, I guess generally, you don't want to reveal all the secrets, I guess, but what would be like something, all of us are trying to, work on our brand, I guess, right? Taco, you guys? Wayne?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Right. So give us like some pointers here to start off for branding.
Ooh, that's kind of a hard one because I'm still learning how to brand myself. But at the same time, I think, you got to just remember to be authentically you.
Yeah.
And that's something that I'm still learning. And I feel like a lot of people are going through that because it's so easy to copy others that you see on social media and want what they have. And but when you really are authentically yourself, that's when you get the most followers, I guess. Or
Right.
it's just organic like that.
Organic is always the best.
Organic like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a change with COVID? Because before it used to be all of the imagery, but then now with COVID hitting, it's more about being real, being authentic,
Totally.
being safe, being comfortable.
Like people posting like how they're feeling and what
Right.
they're actually
Not some
going
long
through.
thing though. You don't want to be
Yeah,
one of those
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
They're writing them long shit. But then you want to have something authentic and just something that I guess shows that you are with the community or something that maybe not, because a lot of people are like all into themselves on there like before. Maybe something that goes into the community.
Yeah, I think what I wanted to do, I mean, like you did your research, you did the whole Life with Kiki thing. That happened when I was, stuck at home during quarantine.
Yep.
And I wanted to do something where I was trying to figure out like, okay, if this news thing isn't gonna happen, like what can I do to brand myself here in Hawaii? Whether if it's, I did the whole pageant thing, either I call myself like Miss Aloha because I can easily talk to whoever. And that's something that I'm super passionate about is like talking story, just hearing people's stories.
Yeah.
But also like trying to sway away from the whole like, you don't have to be like that news person. You can do
Right.
it all. And that's kind of what I like want to do and
Right.
still am trying to do.
Multi-threat.
Yeah, because
Always
you
works.
can make money in multiple ways. So
Of course,
I
right.
model, I do this, I do that,
Oh.
but you have to just balance it
Oh,
all.
how's you? So what do you have coming up besides the Advertiser Daily? What's your latest projects or anything coming soon? What do you have?
Well, right now I'm actually on the Running It Back podcast, one of Lanai's shows again.
Of course, yes.
And I host the show with Chad Owens and Ryan Kielmaka.
Yes.
And we interview, former athletes or current athletes, people who are in the sports world, and we kind of talk to them about their running it back moment in their
Right.
career. And it's been super fun. So we are heading into season 3, which will be happening soon.
And what are the channels that are going to be on, that are going to be showing?
It's on KKAI, channel
Yes.
50, but for the extended version, you can go ahead and go on YouTube. And
Oh,
watch
yes, the
whole thing.
unrated version. Yes. I was,
It's the better version.
Right.
And it's easier. It's online, so it's just going.
It's
YouTube.
online. They're swearing. You guys are yelling at Lanai, or what happens
No,
there?
Lanai is actually like, he's not even in the camera. But
Oh,
he's,
right.
like,
He's in the
talking
behind the
from
scenes. He's just doing this,
background.
like doing this.
Exactly. He's like, no,
do that.
no,
Go over there.
yelling.
Stand over there. All right.
Yeah.
Figures. But then, so before you go here, we always have to play a game, and it's always going to be a fun little thing to gain respect, and it's called Who Dis? Music Trivia.
Okay.
And DJ Jimmy Taco will be playing you 3 songs, right, Taco? Yes. Maybe more.
3 songs?
And
we can do more. We can do more.
It probably will. And it's to guess the artist of the song.
Guess the artist. Okay.
And it's all for respect. Because that's what we need so badly in 2021
Oh my
is
God.
respecting each other. And DJ Jimmy Taco, let's go with song number 1.
I'm nervous.
You'll be fine.
The
Maybe
artist.
not. I don't know. This is a deep pull, Taco, but
Wait. Can I get the first letter?
He's also an actor. L.
LL Cool J?
that
You
is
were right.
correct.
Right? Okay.
Wow.
Woo!
Just from the L. Not many L rappers, I think. Ludacris. No,
Ludacris.
sorry.
I was
yeah.
gonna, but
Shout
I
out
already
to
know how
you.
Ludacris sounds.
You're 1 for 1. Let's
for
go.
one.
Song
Okay.
number 2.
This is how we do it.
Okay, I know the song.
This is how we do it.
How old are you?
Artist. I'm 25.
That's why. You can rent a car. 25, you can rent a car. Factoid.
No, it's 26.
It's 26 now?
Wait, who's
The name of the artist. Well, let's all just
Wayne
give
got
her
it. Wayne
hints.
got it.
He performed at the Pro Bowl 3 times, 3
He
years
did,
in a
yes,
row.
he did.
3 years in a row.
Remember the Pro
Did
Bowl?
this song.
It was this thing long time ago that used to happen, NFL, whatever. But yeah, Montel Jordan.
Montel
was there.
Jordan.
Yeah. Montel
Wow,
Jordan.
I suck.
This is how we do it. It's a great, the local people love that song. That, Return of the Mac.
I know the
they love
song
it.
though, but yeah.
Like that, throw any local people party. Return of the Mac. This is how we do it, and Electric Slide, probably if it's a wedding. Song number 3. DJ Jimmy. Every woman's dream song. If you're not twerking to this, gals, I don't know if you're a woman.
Girl, you look good. Would you?
These are some oldies, I know.
Wait, play it again. You have to play longer. Why do I know? Why am I blanking on the artist's
This
name?
is played at weddings and parties everywhere right
Oh, yeah.
now.
Why don't I know the artist's
There's some
name?
house party right now, like in Kaimaki, playing this song right now.
Is it
You know the song.
Okay, give me the first letter. I know the song. I know all the songs.
J.
Apparently, J. For real, it's J.
J.
J-U. Jew. 3 syllables.
I was gonna say Justin Timberlake, and I can't. No, wait.
Not
Jew. Jew.
It's a 3-syllable,
Jew.
word.
Jew.
Think detention. Detention home. When you send the kids there, you send them to the detention.
Juvenile.
Juvenile.
Correct, that is correct.
Yes.
Juvenile.
Yes.
Whew.
Perfect. Wait, I need one more.
Yeah, well, let's do one more.
I need to win
Let's
one
end
more.
on a banger here.
We need a banger.
We're getting really old right now. This one, if you get this one.
Real love.
Okay. I'll buy you a drink. You get this one.
Does it start with the M?
Yes.
Mary J. Blige?
Wow.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yay.
Made my night. All right, that is correct. Wow. That is like
Woo.
40 years old. That's like not my age. So yeah, that's
Sorry.
incredible. Do we do another? I feel like we need to do another one. She's
Okay,
like,
one more.
One
I'm
more.
gonna get this.
That one?
I'm gonna get this.
They come in
I feel like I'm
fives,
on like
so-
a game show.
Wow.
Um.
This song is as
Also
old as Ben.
played at a lot of weddings.
Oh wait.
This is like as old as Ben Cayetano. This song.
Do you But who's the artist? Do you remember?
So you know the song. Also played at parties. Local people love it,
This is what I suck.
It's
I
a
know
certain
the song.
month.
I just don't know the artist.
right?
Right.
Give
Does
a
anybody
hint.
know? Wayne?
We're standing on it.
Wait. We're
Wayne?
standing on it?
We're standing on it.
We're
Yeah,
standing on
we're
it.
standing
How's
on
that
it.
hint? That one I didn't quite get myself, but we're going with it. We're standing on it.
It's 3 words.
Wayne Coito with the.
3 words.
Some people think it's flat from Wayne Coito. Hawaii sports fans coming up later.
Wait,
It starts with an E. Starts with an
E.
EWF.
It's like a wrestling organization. Okay, so E.
Wait, she said it.
It's
She said
flat.
it.
The world is flat.
Can I take like a, what is that called when you have an emergency?
Ask a
call?
homie. Phone
Yes.
a friend.
Ask Wayne.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
There we go.
Are
That's
standing
right.
on it.
Audience, cheats for the win. Yes, we are standing
We are
on it.
standing
The
on
wind
it.
is out there. We're on fire. Much like your career and much like branding, we're gonna just keep it going.
Thank you.
So before we go, shout out to the updates that are gonna be coming on. We got one more
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Thank you guys. Yes, Monday through Friday.
Right, and then once again, where can we watch all of the stuff?
So for Star Advertiser, our news updates are on our Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Yes.
And then I'm also on the Running It Back podcast, which is on YouTube, and KKAI Channel 50. So
Nice. There it is. Kiana Cayabyab, everyone. Let's go.
thank you.
I'm a plotting scheme. Mario say likes to keep it clean. Wanna shine like day so deep. Fun rapping 'cause that's my dream. More deep, stick it to the beat. When it comes to envy, all is green. Jealous of the rhyme and the rhyme routine. Another dimension, new galaxy. Intergalactic planetary.
Can we ascend to higher heights and when the path gets rough, we can give into brighter nights, breathe for peace. Expound by leaps and soul to reap our souls to keep the passion deep and filled with heat. Living this life on the hustle, I barely get enough time. You know me from the platinum, how I stack 'em and shine. You see a lot of contenders, they try to end up in my world. A reputation known as the untouchable girl. I'm moving on and now I'm trying to make a change in my ways. Be the best that I can be to last me all of my days. Now we can place pathways or just take our time. Better holler if you hear me, cause left eye gon' shine. My eyes don't lie, see how they glisten when you pass me by. You and I don't need permission to be unified. Surely I've been seen and heard of many places. Then I traveled around the world, see many faces. Don't let another one get near me if you wanna be true. And show me that nobody else can do it better than you. So if you're serious, I'm curious to see what you got. My love is furious, cause I believe in blowing up spots.
All right. Mike.
One, two, three, in the place to be.
Jamming on the one. There you go. My mic is on.
Jamming on
Jamming
the
on the one. You remember
Jamming
that
on
from
the
the
one.
Cosby Show? Theo Huxtable said, jamming on the one for the Stevie Wonder episode that no one watched. So before we get to Wayne, got a news and notes here. November 14th, we did this last year. It is the Thanksgiving Telethon. It is a fundraiser to feed 100 families. Thanksgiving meal. People still got to eat. 2020 was a thing, and 2021, people still got to eat. So we're going to do it IG Live 6 to 10. I'm going to be on there straight. IG Live, that was such a thing. That was such 2020. But IG Live is back. I'm going to be on there, split screen, Wi-Fi. Hopefully it works. And raise some money. Hopefully you guys will be a part of that. Hopefully. Right, Taco, you do a DJ set. Maybe you can...
Sure.
Red... or Technique. Both of you guys, something can happen? All right. 4 turntables? Maybe not. All right. Okay, so here's a man that was on Telethon last year, and he is the owner of Hawaii Sports Friends. I haven't seen this guy in person in forever. Wayne Coito, where you at?
What you know about going out, head west, red legs, TVs, all up in the headrest. Try and live it up, rock jewel, bigger truck, peace all
Have
give
a
it
seat,
up.
sir. There he is. Oh, let me get your mic here. All right. Wayne, how many drinks you've had thus far? To start off.
3/4.
3/4. Wow. Good, very, very specific.
I have a limit. Yeah, it's around 7/8, so I'm almost there.
Wow, I like these fractions.
Yeah.
So I haven't
was
seen
a math teacher. I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah, I taught math. That's where I went to high school as well. But I taught
Right.
Algebra 2. I taught Algebra 1. I taught statistics.
Wow.
This is like while I was building my career and doing other things too. So
Jesus.
I minored in math. Yes.
Wow. See, you learn something about you every time. Because this
Yeah,
is the
every
first
time we have a lot of things to talk about.
I mean, you've been on the show like 69 times at least, and then it's
know.
we're still running with that
So
joke.
we're gonna stop there for sure. I'm
right?
not going to 70.
We're not
hell
going
no.
to 70. And to see you in person, okay, so where do we even begin? How you been, man? Because I know that, actor extraordinaire, everyone. So you've seen this guy. He's part of SAG.
For now. No, I'm forever. Yeah,
Right?
For sure.
And
Yeah.
we talked about the Netflix thing and the streaming services going on strike, but they didn't. Talk to us about that situation, because you mentioned
Yeah.
before we started the show that because of there's millions of shows now,
Yeah.
this is affecting yourself and others.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a fluid situation with the way that content is distributed, the way that it's consumed. Now we're on our phones. We're not. So, like, a lot of the metrics have changed in terms of, getting residuals, like how many views you get at a movie theater on TV. Now it's like how many streams you're getting. And it's a whole new metric, and that requires a lot more negotiations. And this recent strike was IATSE, which they are basically like a lot of the makeup artists, the grips. Shout out to my boy Tui Scanlon, my classmate at Kamehameha. He's the local chapter president here, and I know it's serious to them because they've had deaths. They're looking at people who have been working on set so hard that they don't even make it home. So that's kind of the crux of that issue. But as actors, we have to be in solidarity as SAG and the Directors Guild, the Writers Guild. So there's a lot of stakeholders just on one set. There's a lot of people on one set, right? You've been on set of a 30-second commercial, it'll take 3 days, and there's 80 people on set. So at ATSC, we're lucky to avert that and hopefully be working very soon and keeping everything going. Apparently this is, at least in LA, this quarter has been the busiest since the pandemic. So yeah, that's been the hardest for sure, is dealing with the slowdown and trying to catch the wave now that's starting.
Well, glad that that's getting back and getting revved up. So
Yeah.
well, we got to go into Hawaii Sports Fans.
For sure.
So how long you been doing this? Like was it like 2012 or something?
Yeah, so it's almost 10 years. February will be my
Wow.
10th anniversary.
Wow.
I came home after teaching one day, and I was working. I've been working in sports for a while now. In Division II, and I had a show on OC16 called PacWest Magazine for a while. And it was very early in my career, but at the same time, it was very formative in how I understood the world as well. And Hawaii Sports Fans was my way to carve out my own space and my own vision, because whenever you work within any organization, you feel very pigeonholed sometimes, and I felt that way teaching. I feel that way a lot. I'm very sensitive to that kind of thing. So I think having that liberty and the freedom in Hawaii Sports Fans to express how I want to be a sports fan has been very beneficial, and I'm happy about it. But it's been a long trudge, and it's not been easy, but it's been amazingly validating in so many ways as well.
Right. So, like, for the people that don't know, this is basically it's a tour group.
Yeah.
Sports.
And it's like being islanders like us, people that grew up on this island. A kid like me, I would go to the stadium every Pro Bowl, run up for autographs. I remember Randy Moss running past me. I remember Aeneas
Right.
Williams, who's now in the Hall of Fame,
Montel
giving
Jordan
me a
was there,
sign.
yeah.
Yeah, Montel Jordan was there as well. But it was like, man, one day I like just go to the biggest games. You know, I don't
Yeah.
want to just be this kid on the island. I want to
Yeah.
go to everything. And my parents were like, no. So you can just wait until your time comes. And I figured, you know, once my career not stalled, but got to a place where it's like I want to do something on my own, and that's where my vision
Yep.
caught up. And I was hoping to go to one Super Bowl. It was crazy. That wasn't even on the radar. So now to have gone to 6 Super Bowls,
Right.
you know, it's crazy. It's been amazing.
It's insane. So it's been 6. Wow. Like, so which was the
Yeah.
was the latest one? The last
This
one. you
last
went
one,
to?
55. Yeah,
There you go. Right.
yeah. So in
Unreal.
Tampa, seeing Brady and the refs beat the Chiefs, so it was awesome.
Right. There you go.
Poor
See,
Brad.
it's- yes.
I'm a Chiefs fan, so you know I had to deal with that.
That is right.
I got to be there in '54, and it was amazing. And my grandmother, everything goes back to my grandma, you know, and that is that is a relationship that is very easy for us to understand because
Yeah.
how important grandparents are to us in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And my grandma, I know I always feel like her intensity because she was a very intense, very tall Hawaiian woman, but you know, it's just like that desire to escape. I always tell people like Moana standing at the edge of the water. Like I talk to people in Hollywood like this. I'm like, that's a really trite way of describing people in Hawaii, but you do
No.
want to get away. So
Well, you're one of, was it 35 grandkids? What was
yeah, my grandma did. Yeah,
Right. This is
35.
insane.
So I've been lucky to be the one that got to spend a lot of time with her as well in her early on in my life, but also later on. But she was a huge Hawaii fan, UH football fan. So
Right.
and
Well-
she got me into Kansas City Chiefs. So that's why.
So yeah, because
That's
you're a
cool.
Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
Baseball. You
I'm an
are
Angels fan. Yeah.
a Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim fan.
I
Sorry,
have
no
been
bias.
a Dodgers affinity for a long time, but I am an Angels fan for sure. I mean, at the end of
Yeah.
the day,
Sorry.
I do deal with. If a team can affect you on a personal level, then that's your team. And just see,
Well,
it's
we've been
just
affected
struggling.
mentally
Oh,
from the
God.
Angels many years.
It's just
And
not. It's sad to have really the 2 best players in baseball on the team.
We're
man.
still trash. No pitching.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
sad.
so yeah, that's, before we get too nerded out with the Angels. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's talk about UH. Okay, because UH has been in the news here and there, and even lately because now there are fans.
Yeah.
We're allowing
For sure.
fans.
Yeah.
Were you there? Are you allowed to be there? Are you supposed? Is it just a family? Is it just some relatives?
so-
Uncle, auntie? Who's going? To
As
this?
of this moment right now, I'm pretty sure I have a ticket. I've been told.
Hey,
I've been lucky.
congrats.
So we'll see. You know, because a lot of players were trying on my behalf and family. I've gotten to know a
Yeah.
lot of parents, obviously, through the going to games on the road. So they were
Right.
trying to get me in, but I was getting rejected for not being a family member up here,
Right.
close enough.
Everybody's related to everybody.
Everything was getting looser. But like the players, like especially the mainland players, are not going to have parents here.
Right.
And so I may have had. I won't say who. I don't even. You know what? We're gonna. Until I get in.
You're going to get in because okay. So here's the other thing that is
Yeah.
the streak. You have a 60-game
Yeah.
streak of consecutive UH games that you've attended.
It's true.
Now-
So
Shout out UH, not even doing shit about that, and not even marketing that. But we'll get into that. But is that affecting your streak? Is this because of this whole not allowing fans? Is this
Yeah.
making it official? Are we taking like an asterisk to
we're
the
putting
thing?
an asterisk because it's like I can only get into so many games. So last year I was able. The very first game of 2020 was a Fresno game, and
Yeah.
you know, building my podcast, using my connections in athletics, I was able to get media credentials and cover the game. So I was
Nice.
like, okay, I'm here. And then
Well, you got a lanyard?
next game was Wyoming, and they were letting fans in. And then
Yeah.
Hawaii, UH was the first school to reject me. So
Wow.
yeah.
So we're gonna
I'm
still-
good enough to go. Almost any Mountain West school will media credential me except UH. So
Go figure. They're allowing you,
That
but
will,
not
that
UH.
will show you. That will tell you everything right there.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see you this weekend. They're at home.
This weekend is going to be the first game with fans, so
Right.
I plan on being there, and especially for Colt. You know, I was lucky to have in our time in
Yeah.
last year in April 2020 sit down with Colt Brennan for an hour and a half and
Yes.
ask him everything, and I went in deep with him because I think I gained his trust. He knew that I'm a fan at my heart. I'm not like
It was
a
a great
fan
interview.
boy.
But yeah.
Thank you, and I wanted to challenge him, and I see. I think I saw another chapter coming for him. So it's a little sad still.
It was very sad because it was not
Yeah.
too long after that interview you
Not
did
long
with him.
at all. Yeah. So
he
I think I
passed,
might have been
and-
one of the last people to ever interview him. So
And then shout out your show.
Thank
It's
you.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. So
Is it
every
the-
Wednesday, I've been doing the
Right.
Wayne Coito show, and that's
There you
been
go.
kind of different.
Catchy.
But
Yeah.
we have exactly. But Rainbow Wrap Up is our new
Okay.
Hawaii-based show, and all these
Yes.
all these Hawaii football shows are now popping up. I don't
Go
know.
figure.
Go figure. So, for a
Okay.
show that is sponsored by me, by myself, it's not a bad thing. I guess.
That's a good thing. I gotta ask though, speaking of all these UH shows popping up out of nowhere, what's up with the fan base? The fan base, I guess, is slowly dwindling further because
Yeah.
we're not allowing anybody until now.
Yeah.
Where is the fan base of UH currently in 2021? Who are these people?
There's at least
Taco-
3 in this room, and if we
Hey.
count that as a part of the
Shut
general
up.
public, that's a solid 7%.
3 is better than 0. That's a fraction.
For
Okay,
sure. For
so-
sure.
Why is it, after all this time, what is the disconnect between UH, the marketing? Still, it's an ongoing topic.
Yeah.
You have this street.
Yeah.
Let's put you out there.
Yeah, I mean, that would
This
be
is the
easy.
guy. Why?
And to be on, I've never asked for that, so that's one thing. I do
Whoa.
things for myself and for my friends and
Right.
family, but at
They
the
should
end of the day,
recognize that, though. I mean-
I'm giving them a gift, yes, in
Exactly.
terms of how to market and college sports is a very competitive field, obviously, but being able to put your stamp on the industry and on the NCAA as how you're different, that shouldn't be that hard because Hawaii is so unique. Hawaii is a
Exactly.
place that has so much, but the disconnect lies, I think, in great jobs, leadership jobs in the department that pay very well, and there's not much incentive to, let's say, catch up to the 20th century or
No
wherever
shit.
we are now. So
Exactly. That's
the
ongoing.
crux of the issue, I think, and that's a sad thing. But I mean, that's why when we look at pro sports and anything more profit, profit chasing. Not that I'm glad in the NCAA, it's not crazy, and there's still a lot of money at the Power Five. But
Right.
at the end of the day, Hawaii football is about Hawaii. It's about our culture. It's about our local people. So that's what scares me is when, as the fan base dwindles, it's showing really in terms of the island population and how important symbolically UH football is to Hawaii. Because if it's not that important, then I brought this up with Sean and Shane. Ige,
Right.
nobody was really fighting him, really.
No. Yeah.
Like, nobody spoke out. Like, we were
No.
talking, I was like, there are people fighting freaking Blangiardi on the steps of Honolulu
Right.
Hale.
Right.
So who's doing that for UH football? And quite frankly, I was there when the last guy got fired. I was on the front page of this newspaper.
Right.
I was at the games with my sign. So I know when I need to step in, but it scares me because if I'm the only one left and
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it in a lot of ways, and not over the team, obviously, but just the way that everything is spiraling, and it feels that way.
It has a lot to do with the demographic of the.
Yeah.
Because like when you talk about how we're very, we grew up watching UH. We grew up with the UH BYU rivalry. We grew up
Yeah.
with the Garrett Gabriels and the Michael
Yeah.
Carters and all that. I'm in my 40s. Majority of us that remember that are going to have to be in our 40s because that was
Yeah.
the early 90s going into Colt Brennan was the peak of situation.
Of course.
Is there anybody, do we see anybody on the age of 35, under the age of 30 that gives a shit?
There's very few, and I think for me, I mean, I'm almost hitting 40. I'm almost there.
Yeah, you still look young, Wayne.
And no, the thing is, like, I think that's the sad thing because we are generational byproducts of just tradition that's been passed down from grandparents, but our parents, like my parents, got lazy, and a lot of people get, Hawaii lazy, just like, nah, I don't need to go game, but then it's on pay-per-view and no can watch or no like pay, and then
that changed.
that further pushes away the
lot.
product. So there's so many people that don't even have games,
Yeah.
You have to be like, hey, how's the game tonight? Oh, who's playing? Oh, UH playing. Like that's like
Right.
normal now for me.
Exactly.
And so that's the state of the program, and that's sad to me because I'm not in charge. I'm not the official steward of the program. I feel like I'm an ambassador of the program, and I do a good job. Of
most
it,
definitely.
But I don't have the fiduciary responsibility that they do as the ones running.
No,
the
that falls on
department.
them.
It does. So
and we'll continue to call them out. It makes
Yeah.
no sense. It makes zero sense. And,
people call me out. They're like, you gotta help here. I'm like, bro, I do everything. Like, it's funny how people online like respond to things on Twitter like, bro, I do what I do. I don't even get paid. Everything is
There's
voluntary.
only so much you can do.
And there's only so much I can. So
Well, with that said, we have to talk about a former UH coach
Yep.
that got into a little mess. Mr. Nick Rolovich, fan of UH sports. What is let's just get right into that. What did you
Man.
think of that one?
So I have to first give the disclaimer. I mean, I'm not chummy with Rolovich, but we know who each other are. I'm kind of chummy with his mom. That's a different. That's a funny joke, but we won't go there. But his mom.
Hey, good timing
No,
on that
no.
one.
Sorry,
Wow.
Rolo. Sorry,
There's many
Rolo.
comments to be made
I love
there.
you, Auntie.
Good one,
Wow.
Wayne.
Auntie. I'm using Auntie right now.
right,
so
fine.
keep it like that.
All right.
But no, I mean, like I was saying, that's what I loved about him as a coach and the coaching staff. They embraced not only Hawaii, but the culture surrounding it, which was their close fans. So I felt very validated by him personally when I was a fan in terms of him, recognizing me out on the news, the banquet, and that meant something to me. So if I were in his position, no, I'm vaccinated. That's why I'm here. But at the same time, I cannot banish him, and I will even go this far to saying that I would welcome him back at UH.
Okay, because that was going to be our next question. Because of the fact, let's say hypothetically, Nick Rolovich was still the coach of UH during this whole situation, and he does what he did at Washington State. Ooh. Will they get him out? Will they have the balls to get him out? Will Ige have the balls to get him out?
I don't. That's a good question. Wow, because I think at Washington State, it's like we're Wazoo, we're in the Pac-12, we'll be okay, we'll pay it off.
Right, the college is bigger than the coach.
Yeah, but here at UH, I could see Ige fighting it, but wow, I don't think anybody would stand. I don't think any.
Because of the way he was paid, because of the reputation.
Exactly.
Is Ige just going to just backtrack?
I think he would, honestly. But I think Rolo, to make that level of a power play is ballsy, I guess.
To say the least.
To say the least, because that is really something to stick your neck out on.
Taco, what do you think of if Rolovich was here? Like
if he was here,
if he was still UH head coach and he's like, okay, I'm not getting vaccinated.
Well, they wouldn't let him into Workplay, is what he's saying.
We're not going to have him as a guest, so shit.
They would have kept him. I know UH would have kept him.
They would have kept him, right?
And the state. I mean, they would have been like, the
Exactly.
UH program is bigger than, like, I think it's a bigger entity than, the football program is a bigger entity in the school.
And
itself.
if you're winning,
Yeah.
nothing matters.
Yeah,
right.
So if Brother was winning,
They would have given him the exemption for his religious.
Yeah, they probably would have
Right.
given the exemption. Yeah.
the exemption, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was interesting, the Catholic exemption being that was the choice. Like he came out and I guess, or the lawyer at least, put that in his press release.
Right.
Which is not surprising at all. I think Coach Rolovich, this has been something for him. Like he's a fighter. Like that guy is not going to step back. So I didn't think that was going to happen, but I thought with the Billy Ray Stutzman situation, because they're all very close-knit, that whole group, the Stutzmans, Roloviches, I thought that was going to be them saying, okay, well, some schools are serious, but then now the brother gets fired now too, and there's serious real-world consequences. Like there are young families, and I know Billy Ray has a young family, so and you never know what the future is going to hold. So that's why I actually just feel bad, because I wouldn't have done that, but it worries me that the future is not going to be as kind, because I don't think a Power 5 job for Rolo, at least, like he didn't even get a chance to build his resume at Washington State.
True.
He didn't have a good win to get out of there, just like Coach Graham did have at Arizona State. He had a great win, and they fired him that night.
Yeah.
So that's the nature of the sport. But are you going to have, what kind of pool are you going to have to get back into the coaching ranks? So I think UH might be his. And I think, he threw for 8 touchdowns in one game, one of the most memorable games in the history of UH football. Like, he earned his way in Hawaii. He paid his dues, in my opinion. But there are people that are like burning his effigy like it's the LeBron's jersey. And
seeing a lot of people doing that.
No, for sure. Like, I cannot do that. And even in Hawaii, I just feel like this is Hawaii, and there's things about Hawaii in our culture that we are too nice sometimes, but he's one of us, so I support him. I don't support that. That's not the decision I would make. No way. Not for $3.2 million.
Of course.
But I'm not gonna bash him. I'm just gonna be like, hey, if one day the opportunity comes, I welcome you back. But bro, I don't understand it. Like I cannot justify it for you. I'm just gonna say I support it. Whatever.
So here's another one, hypothetical, the last one. Say UH does not do well. Said coach gets let go. We're looking for a new head coach for the University of Hawaii. Will Nick Rolovich be considered, and will he just get the religious exemption or any exemption at this point to get him back in here?
I think if there were no mandates, he would be welcome. I think with the mandates, it's too close. Like I feel like he got to lose some of the, because there's coaches that have getting redemption. There was a kind Bobby, what's his face, at Louisville, who had the girlfriend and they fell off the motorcycle or something, and like it took time, and people were like, hey, I kind of remember his name, and that'll be like Rolovich. They'll be like, something happened with him, right? You know? So And I think this will always be his home, and he married a local girl, so
You can see that happening though. If
I could absolutely
worst case
see that.
scenario, right? UH just tanks, and then they're looking for a new head coach. Here comes Nick.
Yeah,
That could possibly happen.
that's possible.
Well, speaking of things that are possible, it's going to be you guessing music trivia next, which is always possible.
Oh dang! I thought it was
Hopefully
a different
not.
game. I was like, okay, Kiana got
well,
that
no, not after you're drinking 7/8 of a drink. So, Taco, you ready for Wayne here?
Yes.
More music trivia.
What up, y'all?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll be impressed, Wayne, if you get this one.
Y'all ain't
Wow.
know. I go by the name of
Which means it's kind of
representing
MC.
15.
close. I mean, it's a rapper.
DJ.
Maybe, I don't.
As a matter of fact, first time he got on it, he
This is
Interesting choice, Taco.
It's
like sort of Jermaine Dupri-ish.
Wow. we're covering all right.
It's another L rapper.
It's
Another L.
It's another L rapper. Yes.
Lil.
It's not
about-
LL Cool J. It's not Ludacris.
It's about skateboarding.
Label the misfit.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
His neighbors couldn't stand
Wayne, you a
it.
skateboarder? You look like more of a surfer
Tony
guy.
Hawk. I don't know.
It's that hair.
Lock.
All right.
It's like a first and a last name.
Skate. We kick.
Oh God.
Kick.
Oh, I know this song too.
Kick.
I need help.
And the
right.
wave roll.
Okay, I give up.
Lupe Fiasco.
Lupe Fiasco, yes. I actually heard him at the Rams game sing one time.
Oh,
so
see?
I should have. He didn't. I don't know if he sang that though, but
Probably
he
not.
performed at Coliseum. Thank God the Rams
Fun
don't play
fact,
there anymore.
fun fact on that album, his road manager was from Kamehameha.
Really? Okay.
Oh, nice.
His name
Wow.
is Jason. I can't remember his Jason. I can't remember his last name, but yeah.
Oh, nice.
These are the people I need to know in LA.
See,
Be my
you
road
gotta
manager.
set up some kind of group. Call it Kamehameha Sports Fans.
I
instead
know,
of
we
Kamehameha
do, we
fans.
do.
Kamehameha people, stand up.
We already have enough exclusive Kamehameha stuff, I think, for the world. So
Well,
nobody
they're
wants
everywhere.
anymore.
Song number 2, DJ Jimmy Taco.
Okay, I should know this one. Is this Three Dog Night? I don't know.
Did you just say 3 Dog Night? Wow.
Did you get it?
These music trivias are getting more and more fun. No, he didn't get it, but it's fun.
Al?
Al? Al Bundy? What, Al?
No.
No,
I would say Al Green, but no.
It is
No.
not Al Green.
Do you know this song?
Oh,
No.
audience.
But
Cheat.
the audience doesn't seem too confident either. So
They're, because, they're not on the pressure. They don't have these lights.
that's true. That's true.
They don't have the
I'm like,
camera. Even though
Ladies,
you're saying.
I know you guys want to say, well, who is it? Who is it, ladies?
The cool
Starts with a C.
There
There
we
we
go.
go.
That's right.
Commodores?
Commodores.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, Wayne, you're 0 for 2 here.
Oh,
Let's
gosh.
just,
I'll
This
give
is
you a-
sad. This is gonna be worse than Kiana. No offense, Kiana.
You're gonna be. Kiana nailed them all. She was like 5 out of 5.
No, she was. I was like, dang it.
Right.
Hopefully
So
I don't
this
have
is
to do that
no
game.
pressure at this point, Wayne. Song number 3.
I know.
Don't want a lot for
Okay, Mariah, I can do at least.
All right.
I
there
think.
it
I
goes.
mean, I don't know the divas at all.
all too easy. All right.
Too
all
easy.
right. Song number 4. Interesting choices here. Song number 4. DJ Jimmy Taco. Wayne's gonna know this one. You're gonna know this, I think. You danced to
This
this,
is,
I think.
yeah.
Like when they do the kiss cam,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
game, you
yeah,
probably
yeah,
stood
yeah.
up and you were doing this or something.
Nelly? Is this Nelly?
That is
That is
right.
correct.
Yes. Yeah, Memphis.
All right, you're on a roll. Let's go one
I'm
last
going.
one for the road. Guarantee you've danced to this like during like a timeout or something. You stood up.
Oh, okay, Prince, obviously.
Oh well,
yeah.
there you go. That's
Well, see, some
People
people have
cheating.
stolen that intro, so I had to wait for the. I've been there to Minnesota to his studio.
Oh,
it's
really?
freaking amazing.
You've been to the studio?
Yeah, to the
Ah.
studio. When I went to Super Bowl 52, which was
Right.
in Minnesota.
Did you guys play basketball? Like
No, I wanted to. I went into
Charlie
that room
Murphy?
where they played basketball.
Did
I
they
went
do
into that room and
They had
it's
pancakes
actual
after?
basketball.
Really?
Game.
Yes.
Blouses.
Wow.
Providence Park. What is it called? Paisley Park.
Paisley Park.
Paisley Park, right?
So, and you can see
Wow.
the freaking doves in there.
Really?
It's,
The
it's
doves were
insane. It's
crying
like
in
going
there.
to a temple. It's like
The
going
doves were
to a
crying.
shrine.
Shoot the J, shoot it. Did he
No,
say that?
no. So there's a piano where he has his hat. That's the last spot he left it, and they don't
Yeah.
ever move it. They clean around it.
Shoot the J,
That's
Charlie
the
Murphy.
last in his Studio One.
Shoot the J.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Prince is amazing. I love.
We're gonna
him.
channel Prince here for Halloween coming in.
Yeah.
Well, Wayne, I tell you, what you got coming up? Besides the game, what do you got coming up here? Anything else?
Yeah, we
Your
got
show?
we got some tours. Even SoFi, if you want to go to LA.
All right.
Chiefs, Chargers, Seahawks, Rams.
Oh, there you go.
Thursday night football, Sunday night football, and there's a
Yes.
Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl you can go with.
Wow.
Hawaii still has a chance to get into, actually. And I'm gonna leave that with that optimism.
Can we leave it with that optimism? All
Yes.
right. Wayne Coito, everyone.
Mahalo.
Sleep time's over. That's it. Good night, everyone. Taco technique, we're out.
Honolulu City, sleep time's over. Wake up. My people all around the